Hello there and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Johnson's Math Class. On today's episode we are going to talk about rotations. So a rotation is just a turn, and we can turn counterclockwise or clockwise, but for us we are going to consider turning counterclockwise just for now, and everything we look at is going to be a rotation about the origin. So everything we do today is going to be a counterclockwise rotation about the origin. First, we are given a pre-image and its image after 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. So a couple of important things already have been provided in the problem. We've been given a pre-image and the image, and it's important to note that they tell us that it's 90 degrees. So we go 1/4 turn about the coordinate plane, and it's counterclockwise. So counterclockwise is going this way. We are asked to list the coordinates for the image and write a rule to represent the rotation. So in a table of values, using arrow notation, I need to list A prime, B prime, and C prime. And looking over here, I can see the original is in black. I know that because there's no prime notation. The original is in black because there's no prime notation. The new, or the image, is in red, and I know that because of the prime notation. So just to keep track, I'm going to write my new coordinates in red so that it matches up. And my coordinate for A prime is -5, 4. B is -7, 1. And C is -2, -2. And we're asked, given the pre-image and its image, we need to list the coordinates and write a rule. So we've listed the coordinates, but now we have to write a rule that will work for all of these coordinates. And if we look at our coordinates, we notice a neat little pattern occurring. So if you look at your x value here, it's the same as the y value over here. So the x value, it just slides into the place where the y coordinate is. And notice it doesn't change, so it's +4 and +4. So to write this rule, this now becomes x. And you notice that your y value scoots over here, but take a look, it goes from +5 to -5, +7 to -7, +2 to -2. So it doesn't stay the same, it multiplies by -1. So it's the opposite of its original y value. So the rule for a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, I'm going to abbreviate. So for a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, the rule is xy becomes -y x. Let's take a look at another example. So rotate the given figure 180 degrees counterclockwise and write a rule to represent the rotation. Sketch the image after rotation. So for this one, we are given an original image, original figure, and we're asked to rotate this 180 degrees counterclockwise. So we're going to go 1/2 turn, so 90 degrees and then another 90 degrees is halfway about the coordinate plane. And we need to sketch that after rotation. So after a 180-degree counterclockwise rotation, here's the image, and you can see I've labeled the coordinates A prime, B prime, C prime. And now we have to list our coordinates, and here are the coordinates for the image. So from A, which was 4, 5, it goes to A prime -4, -5. And looking at this, there's a pattern that occurs, and you can see some similarities if you look from A to A prime. You see 4, 5, and then negative 4, negative 5. And you may have already figured it out. X stays as X, it just goes to its opposite value. Because if you look at C, it starts as negative and then goes to positive, so you're multiplying by negative 1 each time. And the same occurs for the Y value. So the rule for a 180-degree rotation, and it won't matter if you go counterclockwise or clockwise, because you end up at the same place. Our rule is given the original coordinates, X and Y are multiplied by negative 1. So our third example here says we're given a table of values, sketch the image, then identify the type of rotation that has occurred and write a rule. So now we're given the table of values. Our original is already sketched for us. We have to sketch the image. So we're given our table of values. Now we're going to use these values. And we have to sketch the image, identify the type of rotation, and write a rule. So here you can see I've sketched the image after the rotation has occurred. And it has not gone 1/4 turn around or 90 degrees because it would be here. 180 we know was all the way down here. So this has actually gone all the way around 3/4 turns. So this is a 270-degree counterclockwise. And 270 counterclockwise is the same thing as 90 degrees clockwise. So you can say 270 counterclockwise or 90 clockwise. So if we look at our X and our Y coordinate, we can look for any patterns that occur. So we go from 4, 5 to 5, negative 4. You may already notice that the Y value stays the same. The X value changes. It goes from positive 4 to negative 4. So that's like multiplying by negative 1. And if you check the rule all the way down, you notice it works. Y stays the same. X goes to negative. So it multiplies by negative 1. Thanks a lot for tuning in. See you soon.